Here is the news at 6. First, the highlights. Lagos House of Assembly charges Governor Sanwo-Olu to summon stakeholders meeting over economic challenges. Nigerian police warns against illegal manufacture, storage, and use of security uniforms and kits. On the foreign scene, World Health Organization announces rapid spread of measles. Sport Confederation of African Football holds preliminary draw for 2025 African Cup of Nations. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. The Lagos State House of Assembly has called on Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to invite stakeholders, including lawmakers representing the state, at the National Assembly to deliberate on ways out of the current economic hardship to ameliorate its effect on negotiations. The lawmakers arrived at the resolution following a matter of urgent public importance raised by Olusegun Ege, representing Ojo Constituency 1. Speaker of the House, Mudashiru Obasa, who presided over the plenary, also called on the House of Assembly Committee on Agriculture and Transportation to invite relevant ministries, departments, and agencies, MDAs, on measures put in place to relieve Lagosians on the current hardship. Obasa urged the Ministry of Information and Strategy to embark on orientation and sensitization of the public on measures being taken by the government. The Speaker, who noted that economic downturn did not just start when the current administration urged elites to desist from insightful statements capable of causing chaos and violence across the country.
What's unfortunate thing about all this are the comments coming from our leaders all over the nation, from southwest to the northeast, to the northwest, south, southeast. Everybody has become an economist. But instead of using their wisdom to persuade and appeal to the masses, there are more of inciting people against the government. And for me, I strongly believe there's no miracle than to exercise patience, also collaborate with federal government to work things out.
The Speaker highlighted the need for Southwest governors to come together to develop a strategy that will enhance food production. Our correspondent, Abiola Fagbalagun, reports that Obasa also urged the government to invest heavily in sport as an alternative to keep youth off the streets. Lagos State Ministry of Establishment and Training has organized the training program with the theme Supporting Teaching and Robotics, Learning in Schools for Teachers in Lagos State. Declaring the training program open, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Olubusola Abidakun, said the program represented the state government's unwavering commitment to continuous upskilling and knowledge enhancement of teachers in the state. Abidakun said the state government has been steadfast in its resolve to optimize the capacity building of teachers because it recognized that the quality of education is inseparable from the competence and dedication of teachers. According to her, the theme was carefully chosen to equip teachers with the skills and knowledge necessary to navigate the evolving dynamics of modern education. The Lagos Environmental Sanitation Corps, Lagos, popularly known as SKY, says 15 out of 17 miscreants apprehended for obstructing pedestrians on the Bolade Oshodi pedestrian bridge have been sentenced to 3 months behind bars without the option of fines on a 2-count charge. They were sentenced for breach of peace and unlawful conversion of government property for use by occupation in a judgment passed by Magistrate S.A. Adefioye of the Lagos Special Offences Mobile Court, Bolade Oshodi. Co-Marshal of the agency, Olatubosun Cole, said this at the command headquarters of the agency. According to him, the 2 others who pleaded not guilty have been remanded in custody as the presiding magistrate adjourned the case till 19th March 2024. The Corps Marshal vowed to sustain the Themes Plus agenda of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, which is geared towards making Lagos habitable for businesses through the promotion of general environmental cleanliness in the state. Now to the rest of the stories. The Nigerian police has issued warning against the illegal manufacture, storage, sale, and use of police and other security agency uniforms and kits. Police Public Relations Officer Olumuyiwa Adejobi, who stated this in a tweet on his X account, noted that the misuse of these items can lead to pains and sorrow for citizens and contribute to a weaker security situation. Adejobi also highlighted the need for movie producers and stakeholders in the entertainment industry to seek official approval before using police uniforms for their productions. And the federal government has revealed plans to audit the 23 trillion naira ways and immense debt. Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edo, announced these at the ongoing Public Wealth Management Conference in Abuja. Edo stated that a bill will soon be presented to the National Assembly that will authorize the removal of all taxes and levies that constitute nuisance from the country's tax system as a measure to wean itself from future ways and means indebtedness. He noted that the ministry will pursue policies that will allow it to harvest revenue in real time from government-owned enterprises and corporate entities. Edo added that the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited has been asked to improve oil production to boost revenue. In commemoration of the year 2024 World Social Justice Day, a non-governmental organization, Advocacy for Social Justice and Ethical Values Initiative, ASJEV, has called on the local government across the state to embrace new technology for security within the nooks and crannies of villages, localities, in order to provide data on poverty reduction and wealth creation for people. Speaking on the theme, constitutional responsibility of government in alleviating social injustice, the founder and coordinator of ASJEV, Jokotola Ojoshikpo Ogundimu, said there is need for government to focus more on the educational sector in order to help monitor out-of-school children and also in the health sector by reducing mortality rate. Ojoshikpo Ogundimu said the organization, through its sensitization campaign, is ensuring that people get a fair justice and imbibe the idea of good citizenship.
We strongly believe that it is only people who have good ethical values can promote social justice, and that's why we are celebrating the True International Day. And the program we've done so far, at a point we collaborated with the Lagos State Public Service Staff Development Center, PSSDC Magudo, to hold seminars, online seminars, especially during the COVID period, and we put into consideration the plight of the downtrodden, so that we want to say that we are able to advise governments on what we can do to improve the well-being of those people.
Earlier in her welcome address, Secretary of the organization, Khadija Daudu, said the event is organized to ensure that social justice prevails to address some of the challenges facing many people and collectively come up with realistic solutions in creating a more socially inclusive society.
I think the most essential thing is for government to be more interactive, to ensure that they reach out to people on a regular basis. They should be honest with the various policies that they are bringing up, so that the citizenry can trust them to be deliberate and intentional about any policy that they are bringing, but they should be more compassionate.
It will interest you to know that the World Social Justice Day is geared towards finding remedies for poverty reduction and other vices to promote social justice such that decent work environment, appropriate social welfare, gender inequality are ultimately created in an enhanced economy. In foreign news now, the World Health Organization, WHO, has voiced alarm at the rapid spread of measles, with more than 306,000 cases reported worldwide last year. WHO Technical Advisor on Measles and Rubella, Natasha Crawford, said measles is a highly contagious, serious airborne disease caused by a virus that can lead to severe complications and death. Crawcroft stressed that measles cases are typically underreported and that the real number was surely far higher. She added that the virus, which had a 79% increase from 2022, majorly affects children. In foreign news now, the Confederation of African Football, CAF, has held a preliminary draw for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations in Cairo, Egypt. The draw followed the conclusion of the 34th edition of the competition hosted by Cote d'Ivoire. It had the 8 lowest ranked teams according to the FIFA ranking, which includes Somalia, Djibouti, Sao Tome, Chad, Mauritius, South Sudan, Liberia, and Eswatini. The team will play on a home and away basis during the FIFA window of March 18 to March 26. And that's it on the news at 6, but just before we go, ensure the registration mark on your vehicle is clear and visible at all times. You can follow us and like all of various social media platforms: X, formerly Twitter, Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961, watch us live on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, on YouTube. Subscribe and watch all the previous programs and news on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration trained 280 unemployed youth for global certification on solar farm construction technology for the supply of electricity in Nigeria? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State House of Assembly has called on Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to invite stakeholders, including lawmakers representing the state, at the National Assembly to deliberate on ways out of the current economic hardship to ameliorate its effect on negotiations. The Nigerian police has issued warning against the illegal manufacture, storage, sale, and use of police and other security agency uniforms and kits. We also told you that the World Health Organization, WHO, has voiced alarm at the rapid spread of measles, with more than 306,000 cases reported worldwide last year. And finally, in sport, the Confederation of African Football, CAF, has held a preliminary draw for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations in Cairo, Egypt. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to Lagos Traffic Radio at lagosstate.gov.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Sadiq Yusuf. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Return trip continues.